Hello, hello. Welcome to today's messages. And we're on. Let's tap into the energies of today and see what messages are for us. Let's see. Let's start with the Arcturians. See what they have for us. Where are we at? What are we doing? How are we getting there? And all of that kind of stuff. Whoop. Oh, we got one. Creative heart. That's what I'm getting from that. The orange and the green. Creative heart spaces, intention. Oh, yeah. Because that's how you create from the heart, is with your intentions. Beautiful. The energy of intention helps you to confirm your choices. Trust the choices you make and know they are simply the best for you. I intend that the messages today are received by all those who need them when they need them, and that it will be for their greatest and highest good. Yes? Yes. We intend it, so we love. So we love. Beautiful. Sun. This is the equivalent of the sun. Look, the kingfisher and its golden minnow. It waits, it watches, and then it strikes. And it succeeds. The sun flashes off the brilliant feathers of the kingfisher as he bursts from the water, droplets sparkling like diamonds. Filled with pure life force, the vibrant little bird has boundless energy and overflows with well-being. So Willow holds within it the radiance of the sun. It is the energy of life, strength of character, and completeness. This rune speaks of clear vision, the victory of good over evil, and light dispelling the dark. Good fortune and positivity await you. You have the energy to overcome any challenges and achieve your life goals. Success, sensuality, wholeness, life force, and victory. Right? Yes. Beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful soul. Yes. Okay. Well, I wanted to start or proceed with some animal oracles, some wisdom from the animals. See anybody wants to come out and play with us. Anybody? One. Okay. The oyster. Beautiful. This is also water. So we've got sun, fire, and water. So balancing of the things. Yes. Oyster. I see where this is going, and it's a good. Well, with an intro like that. So Willow. Patient, secret keeper, hiding inner treasures. The focus and determination of the oyster is unmatched. Anything an oyster personality puts their mind to, they achieve with grace and charm. The only problem is, Oyster types often take their inner gifts for granted. They become shy or doubtful, and this could lead to withdrawing or protecting their deepest desires and life's work. When the oyster card appears, it's important to reveal your inner treasures. What is it you've been hesitant to share? The world is waiting to see. When in balance, feels blessed, generous, and masterful. When out of balance, reluctant, gripping, clams up. To bring into balance, share something. Beautiful. Yeah, you are meant to shine bright like a diamond, to share your heart, to share your mind, your vision, your love, your voice, your smile, your ways of doing things, your ways of seeing things, your ways of being, right? Your ripple of your beingness affects. And don't think it doesn't, because it does. We are all drops of water on the pond of life, and we all add to the great symphony. Okay. Okay. Let's get some tarot cards to surprise and delight us. Let's get in. Let's go deeper. Let's pry the shell open to reveal all the gorgeousness inside. Let's start with the card from the tarot. Oh. Goodbye. Goodbye. Yeah. 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 Okay. Is this what's inside your shell? Yeah. Beautiful. Wow. Love, peace, prosperity, compassion, harmony, joy, gorgeous, emotional regularity, happiness, loving what you do, where you are, who you are, how you be, all of the things. It's the most beautiful card in the world. Okay, so if you were looking for a confirmation, this is it. Beautiful, 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 yes. Okay, and it's all coming from your intention. Intend this to be, and it will be, right? Your intention needs to be backed by your actions, by your thought patterns, by your belief systems, by your connection to your intuition and your higher self, who lead you towards this with every step, with every nudge, with every sign and synchronicity. Yes. Yes. This is how you pick up the little crumbs that lead you towards this gorgeous thing. These gorgeous things, okay? Because this can manifest in many different ways. We all have our own ideals, and they will present themselves uniquely and gorgeously depending. Okay? So it looks like we may have people coming in and people coming out, okay? People moving around. And this is normal. This is natural. This is part of the thing. As we tune and retune, so too do others tune and retune. And sometimes we bounce, magnetize together, and sometimes we bounce away. And the more fluid and in flow, you can be in this process, the better. Then we're not holding on to anything. Then we're not attaching to anything. Then we're not being held in an area that we are meant to move away from. Yes, yes. Yes, I make sense sometimes to myself. But it is what it is. Okay, what we got here? We've got trusting in the process. Okay, the tempering process, this temperance, this balance, this a time for this, a time for that, a time for being, a time for doing, a time for masculine energy, a time for feminine energy, a time for light, and a time for shadow. And the process of this. Okay, it's also like divine timing. Things take as long as they take. We get there when we get there. But you are on your way. Think of it like an epic road trip, and you're heading to a destination that is going to be glorious. You love it, whatever that destination looks like. If it's a fair, if it's a market, if it's a forest, if it's a mountaintop, if it's a home, if it's a person, whatever it is. And you're locked in. It's in the GPS. The, AI driver knows where it's going, right? So just enjoy the ride on your way there. You don't have to worry about how you're going to get there. You're getting there. You're going there. You're on your way there. But, there's beautiful sights to be seen on the way. So enjoy it. Be present. Okay. So this is my interference card. It has evolved into my interference card. Okay. So this is internal and external interference. I think it's mostly external that affects your internal. So, I mean, it is both, but it's like if you scroll and consume a bunch of stuff that lowers your frequency, now you have thin spots in your auric field that doubts and fears and things can get in and influence. So this is a reminder to maintain a clear and clean and strong auric field so that you are affecting and not being affected by. That is the only thing that can get in your way of your transformation, of your integration, of your destination. Okay. And it's not even, you're too far into it now for it to stop you. It's only gonna slow you down, which is gorgeous, right? How empowering is that? And so it's also near the people coming in and people going out. Okay. So there may be, it's just sort of highlighting how other people can influence us away from our destination. They're looking through their own lenses, their own doubts and fears, right? And so, and they don't have all the information. And so, it's really important for you to maintain and do what is right for you, unwaveringly so. Because you're about to fly. Yeah, the thing with this interference card too is like efforts, all these swords kind of building this block, trying to trap you in, right? They're all land blocks, and you're turning into an air creature. Okay, so this is why it's more of a annoyance, it's more of a disturbance than a hindrance that actually has any lingering effect, okay? Because you have created a sacred bond with yourself, with the version of you that is holding this intention, right? This success, this gorgeous, peaceful ever after. And you've done and are still doing, because we are in a constant state of learning and evolving, right? You're now getting more proficient in recognizing, in seeing, in feeling, in knowing, and adjusting as need be, as necessary. Right? What was I doing? I was mixing something or cutting something in the kitchen, and where I was standing, there was something here. And as I was trying to stir this thing, it was bumping up against this other thing that was like really irritating. And there was a moment where I'm like, ugh, looked at it like, how dare you be so irritating? And then I just like shifted my weight and problem solved, right? So sometimes it's about just making a minor adjustment, right? Same with the river analogy. You're floating, you're floating, you're floating. You're looking where you're going, right? You're no longer trying to, force your way back up against the stream and not seeing things as they're coming and banging into them and all this stuff, right? You are floating, you are engaging, you are enjoying, but you're also seeing that there's a boulder coming up, right? And so instead of doing nothing and just watching yourself smack into it, you just slightly adjust your body weight. And now you're whoop, doop, doop, doop. Now it's a fun little ride that you created for yourself with very little effort, right? This is that tuning and adjusting as need be. And same with the people, right? And the influences and the other things. Recognize and then be like, oh, need to tune, oh, need to strengthen, oh, need to cleanse, oh, need to recenter and focus. Yes, need to protect your sphere of intention, right? Your sphere of influence, your emotional regularity, your internal knowing and beingness. Yes, this is it. This is the final countdown. You just have to keep moving forward and you'll get there. You get there passionately. Okay. Yes, we've got taking passionate action towards your goal here. And it's going beneath the people, right? And it's moving the opposite direction. So going against the grain of a lot of people may be required, right? A lot of people are taking this route and you're taking this other route. And people are like, why? That doesn't make any sense. And you're like, to you, but to me, it makes a sense. Okay, so never mind. I'll see you later. Bye. Okay, yeah. So you in your shining, authentic, being true to you, you are also making yourself visible to adversaries, to people who you trigger their wounds, right? It's just like when you are being in your authenticity, you trigger those who hide, deny, and mask their own authenticity. You immediately become a mirror to these people, and they don't like how that feels, right? So if you've ever walked into a room and had somebody take one look at you and just like get as far away as they possibly can, or you try to say something to them and they're like, right? And you're like, have I offended you? I just walked in here, right? This is what's going on. You are Your authenticity in shining is a mirror that triggers people's unhealed aspects of themselves. And no, not everybody is ready to see that, to witness that. On the other hand, you're also highlighting for people parts within themselves that they want and love and appreciate and admire, right? So it's kind of like a mixed bag. And this is why it's important to have a certain level of protection, because people respond in various ways when triggered, right? Um, and especially on social media, right? Like in person, people typically bounce away. They just, and you can feel it. You see it, you feel it, and it's fine, right? You detach. It's nothing to do with you, except you recognize yourself as the mirror. And but on social media, when people have that false sense of separation and detachment, or the, what do you call those, the keyboard warriors or whatever, the people who would, they do and say things that they wouldn't do and say in person. And so this is just a recognition. This isn't meant to dissuade you or stop or block you, right? This is just part of what happens when you shine, right? Shadows become more visible. And I'm also getting this, remember your own shadows, right? The shadow versions of yourself that you have healed and integrated. These will also act as your protectors, right? Because they're the ones who will cut away, block, detach, set a boundary, do whatever is necessary to create those safe boundaries. So we are grounding in this, okay? And I'm getting this sun, like the light and shadow dichotomy that is life in the 3D realm, Earth School. So it's like a recognition, but she's looking away, right? She's like not giving her attention to the shadows, not giving her attention to the darkness. And this is important part of it too. I've been noticing I've been getting kind of caught up in, social activism and speaking up more on things that trigger me. But what is happening is the algorithms are creating and producing more things that are triggering me, right? And this is also, as much as it is important to speak your truth and say what's on your mind passionately and all this kind of stuff, it's also engaging in the conflict. And our intention is to hold this vibe, right? And unfortunately, you can't do that while you are entertaining adversaries. So, again, I'm getting balance, I'm getting protect yourself, your energy, and this tempering process. If you do go there, make sure you counteract it by going the other way too. Okay, and trust. Trust in the process, trust in all the things, trust in your ability to protect yourself and to be authentic and to take passionate action towards the things that lead you here, keep you here, bring you here, all of those things. Okay. And tend the spiritual garden and introspection. Okay, so this is like, what are you spending time engaging in, and how is that affecting the whole, right? How is that how is that affecting your spiritual connection and your abilities to manifest? If it's serving, great. If it's not serving, recognize and let it go. Okay. We'll go through one more time in this deck and see if anything else for our greatest and highest good involving these messages come out for us. Oh, that one stuck to my finger. Okay. Oh, beautiful. Two of Cups. This is twin flame, divine partnership, divine union, coming together, two overflowing cups, supersizing and turning into a gorgeous waterfall of love. Okay, so that's your balance and integration. Okay, we also have the Ten of Swords. So this is the leaving of the old ways, the old limiting beliefs, things that hold you back, the recognition, right? You're going in, you're seeing, you're recognizing, you're releasing. We've got messages from the heart coming in and holding the vision, keeping the eye on the prize, and being very intentional with what you speak, right? This is why the engaging in social media right now is not really serving the serving the destination, right? It is distracting you from it. You think, standing up and the whole activism part, this is engagement. We're supposed to, but we're actually choosing to engage in conflict, in drama, in us versus them dichotomy, right? In those instances, you become us or them inadvertently. no matter if what you believe to be true or right or whatever your stance is in that, you're still one of or the other. And this is about pulling back and becoming all and nothing at the same time. And we need to detach from the earthly quibbling and remove ourselves to hold this overall frequency. That's what I'm getting. To engage in those kinds of interactions, you are going into a frequency. This is that from the beginning, you affecting, not being affected. Okay, we also have divine counterparts with the King and Queen of Wands here. So that is beautiful. It also, the Two of Cups, gorgeousness. So I'm just gonna put them up here. And your intention here. And we've got these messages coming in from the heart passionately. The Knight of Cups and the Knight of Wands have been coming up together quite a bit. So it's passionate action and heart communication. So yes, the creative heart, right? This connecting, this is how you create with your intention from the heart space. The work that you are doing is like on an energetic landscape is far greater than any words you can put out into an us versus them conversation. It's more important right now. There are those who are meant to be a part of that. But if you're here, you are one of those who are meant to pull out of that and hold a frequency that holds all of that within it, if you know what I mean. If that makes sense to you. Okay. What else we got? Let's get some confirmations from the crystals and the fairies. Okay. Crystals and the fairies want to come out. Let's see what they want to say about all this. Ooh, lucky number 8. Beautiful 8s. We love an 8. I love an 8. Okay, I don't know about you. 8 is solitude. Whoop. Retract, consolidate, and rest. It is time to consolidate your energies and reflect on the decisions and series of events that brought you to this point in time. Okay, so going to the road tripping analogy where you're heading to, where you're going, you're almost there, and now you're enjoying the ride. All these other distractions, they're like picket lines on the side of the road, these disturbances, these things, and you stopping, pulling over, and getting out and talking. This is what I'm trying to say. We need to stay in the vehicle and get to where we're going, because that's your mission, right? It's like I just was shown the like a fairground and you have the keys to open it up and turn it on. You know how when they turn on at the fair and all the lights come on and the sounds start going, and it's like you're breathing life into this destination, which is going to act as a beacon for others to go to. So people who are standing on the side of the road with picket signs will see there and be like, I want to go there. That looks way funner than over here. And pretty soon, us, them, everyone, we're all just having fun at the fair, right? Yes. Okay. If you are in a situation that causes emotional pain, it is time to seek refuge and begin a healing process. And this is the trap, right? Or the bait. It's triggers. It's things that, I had this moment with bears and the grizzly bears. They want to lift the hunting ban on grizzly bears because there was an unfortunate situation with a group of kids and adults on an outdoor excursion. And I mean, yes, awful, horrible, and completely, not good, but we need to do better than just kill everything so that we can continue to wander without the threat of being hurt, right? And that's not the way to move forward. Anyways, see, I'm already going into it, but the point is, these things it affects and triggers certain parts of you, and you want to engage, you want to speak. And what it did was it pulled me right out of this. I pulled over, I got out of the car, and I was like, hey, no. No, right? But I was also, especially when it comes to animals, like I just get so, right? It's like the voice of the voiceless, like, and sentient beings, and there's so much more going on energetically that we don't even understand. And like, it's just, it's this whole thing. And this is that recognizing, this is that keep the focus, right? Keep your eye on the prize. This is the masculine of the feminine, being in her authentic, shining place and keeping the vision, keeping the action moving towards the goal. Gold. Be gentle with yourself and send loving thoughts to your body, mind, and spirit. Take the time to go within and allow yourself some space to rest. Reflect on the patterns in your life and question whether they serve your highest purpose or if they are fulfilling the needs of others. This is that other people card that is here as well, right? A lot of the times we end up doing things because it's what is expected of us by other people, right? Parents, family, friends, whatever the case may be. Even old versions of ourselves. And it's important to keep checking in, to keep tapping in, to keep connecting in and reassessing. Where am I? Where, like, oh yeah, I'm heading here, right? Oh yeah, I'm almost there. Okay, ask your guardian angel and spirit guides for support so you can begin recalling the pieces of yourself left behind during stressful or traumatic events. Okay, and it's 11 is standing out to me. It's the page number, and there's that this beautiful divine union and balance in self, right? And maybe in another, whatever this looks like for you, keep your eye on the prize and get there. Get there. Okay. Let's see if the fairies have any words of wisdom that they want to share with us. 11. Okay. The Singer of Transfiguration. This is a powerful card. Look at all that red. Transformation, transcendence, and metamorphosis. Jackpot. This card in a reading signifies the joy of success after a time of struggle. A new way of life has been accepted. The destination is put into the system. A new way of life has been accepted and is being integrated. A sense of inner peace is growing. The struggle has been worth it. This is a time of consolidation and joy and is both a reward for past achievements and a time of preparation for the next climb up the path. Okay, beautiful. Yes, this is why it's important to enjoy the ride there, because your destination, if it is a fairground, you're going to want to play, you're going to want to run, you're going to want to go on rides, you're going to want to play the games, you're going to want to do all the things, and you want to have the energy to do it. So while you're in their vehicle, on your way, enjoying the view, you're also resting. You're also allowing your body to acclimate to this new environment you're about to step into and engage in. Right? And every time you stop and get out of the vehicle and, engage in this stuff that's taking energy, it's almost like when you get back in the vehicle, you need more time to recenter and focus yourself so that you can, when you arrive at your destination, you can have the necessary and appropriate energy to get it going on. Yes? Yes. Okay. I'm gonna get a couple of charms. We've got Scooter scooting. Okay, slow and steady gets there eventually. We've got the Balance. This is my Balance with the sun and the stars. This is the ray of the kind of shell scallop and the starred fish, right? As above, so below. We've got you steering your ship. I was totally going to look up what that is. The helm? The helm. I think the helm is actually the spot where the wheel is, like that area is the wheelhouse. I don't know. Anyways, yes, I will figure that out for next time. Okay, we've got love. Okay, beautiful. Yes. Oh, and I just noticed. Well, I mean, I knew it was there, but it stood out. There's an 11 in between. So we got all the 11s and the 11s and the 11s and the 1s and the 1s. And this is that new beginning, right? 10s are the ends. 1s are the beginnings. So for some of us, it is love, 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 love. Okay, we've got a nod from your angels. They are with you. They see you. They love you. They cheer you on. They want you to get there. Okay, we've got your abundance, this tree of life. There it is. Okay, what you are speaking, where you are going, how you are getting there. We've got your peaceful heart. Yes, beautiful. We want that. We need that. We are there with that. We've got your ability to go with the flow, to ride the wave, and to allow it to take you to shore, right? There's another great example of the non-resistant getting up on top of it and riding it all the way to the shore. Waves are always heading to the shore. So jump on one, or, get underneath one and you're still going to get to the shore, but you're probably going to be dead. So don't do it that way. Get out and ride. Okay. And then we've also got the star flower power. And this is your planting seeds. This is your wishes being like seeds that bloom. Okay. And this is that recognition that wishes take time. This is that things take time to grow and to evolve, and also that beautiful abundance that comes with blooming abundance. Okay, we'll get just a couple love messages. Shift your perspective. Yes, from narrow being affected to wider affecting. Yes, that's how you protect your energy. Okay, peaceful nervous system. This is the goal. This is the resonance that you want to maintain. When you're engaging in these things, they are affecting your emotional regulation system. Okay, you want the peaceful heart. That's the power house of your creation, of your intentions. Peaceful nervous system. And finally, quiet the mind. Okay, thinking, doing, no. Right? All those things. I have no words, but those are my actions. Okay. So there it is. That's what I have for you. Gorgeousness. Okay. Yes. We are moving away from this. We're recognizing when we are going back. We are recognizing when things are being put in front of us to try and trip us up, intentionally or unintentionally, right? People can be very well-meaning. Oh, don't do that because of all my fears for you, right? But it's up to you. It's still for you. They don't know, they don't see, they haven't been where you are at. And so it's okay. It's okay. Say thank you, I love you, and do what you gotta do. Okay? This is your dedication to you. Look at this beautifulness. Okay, yes. There you have it. I hope there was some good stuff for you. Love and appreciate you, and wishing you all the good things. Bye for now.